Hello, everyone, and good evening. I hope you guys are having a good evening so far. So, we're going to be doing City Skylines today for the occasional creative stream that happens on the occasional Wednesday. It's twice the occasional. But yeah, so City Skylines is basically very similar to SimCity, except not as terrible as SimCity 5. It doesn't require you to be online, although I'm streaming, so gotta be online to show you to show you guys what's going on. Like the SimCity games, there's roads, scenario builder. Except the scenario builder and the asset editors in that is a little more in depth than the SimCity games. So we're going to be doing a scenario editor and a little bit of a map editing. So basically, we're going to be creating a custom scenario from the ground up, and I hope I'm able to show you guys what it's all about. So I've already got it up and loaded to save the time and the banners and all that. So this is the map editor as is. I don't mind the macros breaking here. It does that every time I use the preview editor. It just immediately forgets the source if I forget something. Broken 2. Not surprised. There we go, it's fixed again. So, City Skylines editor here. So, I've already put down a highway and I've done some landscaping here. The water works in a pretty interesting way in this game when you're doing a scenario creator. So when you set the sea level, the water comes flooding in with basically a big tsunami comes in here, and the water just pours right into here. We got that source of fun. I've edited some forest over here. I've made this particular area higher land. I've made some cliff sides. This is a pretty shallow cliffside over here, but on the other side, a bit more of a cliffside. Now, tsunamis is a natural disaster, so this kind of map layout, you will definitely have to be conscious of that if it's enabled. So yeah, you can toss in more highways here, so what I was doing here was highway layout. What was it? I was doing I was doing 3 lanes each way up until Hills area. So, upgrade road, which, by the way, this actually works both ways. You can downgrade too via this feature. Yeah, as soon as it goes down the hill, I was supposed to change it to 2 lanes. So, I will do that. Did you just hear that alone? Oh, I'm just playing a first-person shooter city simulator game. Basically, yeah, you got a little tool here, elevation steps, which I just use the shortcut keys page up and page down to change elevation for roads. You got straight road, curved road, freeform if you want to go nuts. Looks like the path here I'm going to be keeping fairly straight, so I'll select straight road. Now, with one-way roads, something you got to keep in mind when determining what direction this particular one-way road is. Whatever direction you're building towards is the direction that road will be going in. So, if I have it go this way, I actually didn't want a bridge there. But yeah. There. Now, this could look ugly, but curved road. This is where curved road comes in. Basically, you set 2 access points, and then you get a curved road. Now, I would have really liked it if it had curved back smoothly, too. I could have done that. But you know what? Whatever. I'll have plenty of time to be stingy over that kind of stuff. So the elevated part I would have end here. This is just map design, so this is not going to take away from your funds or anything. In fact, this bounding box that you see right here, that's basically what what you start with when you start a scenario. The outside of the outer bounding box, though, I guess that's all glamour because you don't. Without a mod, you can't unlock the boxes out there. Yeah, so we were building this way, and then I was gonna do a little curve here. And you notice it sometimes tries to give you curves even when you select straight. That's just so the road doesn't get all buggy and ugly looking. Okay, so now we can go back to straight road. Now we could do straight road for this long, but then everything becomes a bridge. Because it's a point A to point B kind of rule set. It's a little tricky there. Straight. Wait until about here. Then at this point, I want the road to go back to surface level. Yeah, the autocliff thing is not the smoothest. Also, sound barriers here are more prevalent there, but the elevated ones are not as tall. But it is at a higher height, so I suppose if you have low density housing, that shouldn't matter. I notice almost as if it was a reflex that did. Traffic is on the right. Let's see, we're trying to get a bit of a funky bridge going on there. If you're building something, I'm pretty sure a bridge elevates the cost of the road, so. I actually haven't done the comparison in other cities, because I've only built bridges where necessary. So right about here, we want to switch to curved road. We'll have the curve start there. That. Yeah, that looks nice. Now, I want some degree of symmetry, but need to be strict on it because this map's pretty big. Oh, well, that road happens to be right where we want it to end in the first place, so right on. Now, I think there was a point where I did the sound barriers versus no sound barriers. Ah, it was after I turned. Or in this case, basically when I approach this segment of road. There's a connection limit for outgoing and incoming. You can only place 4. Basically 1 for each boundary. However, in this particular map, I'm not going to have the north boundary connected. Honestly, it doesn't matter where they're connected to. This isn't like SimCity 4, where if you make a connection in one area, it actually goes to the next section if you go to region view. Don't need curves for this yet. And say it about here. That. The hotkeys are actually pretty nice in this game. Basically, if you mess up on a node or something, like if your first stretch here, if you're like, oh, I don't want it to turn like that, you just right-click. And that undoes a node. Okay, so at this point, I'll just send the highway straight. Now, something I'm going to do a little different from the other side. So I'm actually going to have the highway take a bend because we want to meet up with this highway over here. So basically, using the little guidelines here, if we want to do a curve, we just go line to line, and then there you go. And do a bit of a top-down view here. And that one we're not necessarily going to follow the rules because the curve is different. At this point, I might actually want to start forming the other side of the highway here. Do two-lane highway with sound barrier. Straight. Right up to here. Then start. Runway section here. Something like that. Oh, grid snapping, huh? Fine. And so that's good. Why is it doing that? Okay. Base of Grand needs a bit of a curve here. That's too wacky. Okay, and we're gonna start our curve here. So we have one there. Make the other one over here. Then we got two more. We got one way up here. And we got another here. I think we got all the roadways. Oh wait, we don't have the main. We don't have the main highway that goes up here. Hold on, what? How many lanes is this? Oh, okay. I don't know what XSplit's talking about. It's saying drop frames, but I didn't see the count go up, so. Oh, jeez. I can't delete it as a whole, I have to. Also, yeah, this is 3-lane compared to 4-lane. Might have to actually customize that. first of all, I need some destination ones. Some destination ones here. Ramp. What is this trying to do? Oh. We can just split this into 2 ramps, right? I see. Under these scenarios, I would say, how about a 2-lane ramp? I could do that though, maybe. Yes, it will. Which means, yep. That's how I want it to work. So then ideally, 2 lanes branch off opposite directions. Now, without using the upgrading tool, That is incorrect. But I want this particular... So this particular ramp, I gotta make sure... Need a curve for this particular one, I think. What do you mean space already occupied? Well, it didn't argue when I brought the other road underneath. Come on. Come on now. Be stubborn. Okay, now it's gonna look a little ugly because of that. Because it's forcing me to build under a specific section of bridge. Let me fix this. It doesn't like straight roads for some reason. Wait. Really? And it doesn't have a problem with this? Okay. Then, we redo this curve. Oh, come on. There's no logic behind why it shouldn't be available. Not available because I don't know. It's not available. I don't. Apparently, it doesn't like it. Apparently, it doesn't like straight roads. So, what is the space already occupied by? Imagination, I suppose. Wait, what was that? Oh, there's. So it allows this, but it doesn't allow me to do this. That's interesting. No, the height has to be ridiculous. I'll just do that. And that's how you do it manually. Lots of fun, huh? Okay, and then at this point I will have it downgrade. Then when it's out of this region, have it lower, then downgrade further. What? No. Or it lowers. I would like it to line up with the other highway here. Then I'll have it lower. Then I'll have it downgrade. Oh, highways make the assumption that they have to curve. Okay. I see how this works. I want to have a regular road connect here, but you can't do that. That invalid shape, though. What is it trying to do there? Okay, so this curve is actually not the curve I want. Oh, it's doing that again. Oh, it's nice. Well, if I've got all the highways connected, then go into the scenario editor. This looks a little funky. Let's fix that. There. Now we don't have to worry about funky. There's also a few other things. So, ground resources. We can say fertile land. Fertile land, we'll put that all. Here. Oil. Oil, we're going to put along here. Of course, this is not within the city boundaries, so just extend it up so that it can actually be utilized. ore. I'm going to put ore here. Here. And we actually need a source of ore in the city if we get any use of that. Just low size. That all within this hilly region here. Something like that. Palm trees. Well, the only kind of palm that they have in here, it seems. We don't want to go too crazy with the trees. Here, brush size, true here. This is like lowlands area, right? Brush strength further. And in general, I just want some scattered trees here. Make the brush strength very weak. Just tiny little taps for this area, because I want this area to be sort of fielded. Then this area, the trees start getting a little more dense. And then this area is a little arid, so I want to lower things to like small bush. You can't see the small bushes until you zoom right in. Trees with leaves. Sugar maple. We're going to lower the brush size. And the other side of this very dense set of forest. We've already done water. Environment. This is decorative sand. For beach. Wildlife spawn point. So we're gonna have wildlife. 2 spawners there. Exotic wildlife. Now build on water. Based on water to spawn exotic fish and aquatic mammals. Hopefully I'm not placing too many. Otherwise we'll have an issue like, there's a issue that this game is well known for. And that is known as bus depots. I think those of you who played this game long enough already know what I'm talking about. Basically, if you put down a bus depot, all the buses come out at once and immediately plug up the roads. Fallen tree. And I don't want the brush size to be. So. What is this? You know, I don't understand why I had to do this. No, the brush strength isn't all that strong, so that's probably why it's taking forever to make a difference. up this, which looks a little rough. Accidentally click on them. There's some weird terrain choices that were made in this little section in particular. This area too. Anyways, there's the touch-ups. So I think this is the map creation part. Oh, that's right, we got map settings. Select the starting area. Yep, that is the area I want to start in, yes. But these regions really wouldn't be worth purchasing, would it? These ocean-only areas? Honestly, we could do without this top row here in the grid, and like designate them somewhere else. I wish you could edit the map to that extent. Have at least one train track. Should have at least one ship connection. Have at least one plane path. Plane path. Yeah. What? Can't train tunnel? Not the train track. Way over here. We don't want the train. It could be like, I don't know, city edge marker? Oh yeah, seriously. In case of flooding. I see it doesn't want me to properly line up the road. It just keeps snapping. There we go, we got the train connections, boat connections. There we go. Okay, so now we can save them. So it's got all types of. It's got all types now. Okay, so now that we have the map editor part done, some dense woods, but only a small portion of it's actually in the playable region. Okay, we got boat routes, we got craft routes that go through. But yeah, with all that. Area editor, new. Left-hand traffic. That's the second time the progress bar's done that. Before stream, the progress bar also went backwards. This game could take a little while to load. Unless that's just related to my hard drive having that amount of space. No, that should still be good. Oh, things are stabilizing here weather-wise. We had some storm activity. With some storm activity a few days ago there. Actually, we even had an attempt just a couple days ago. Unsuccessful, unfortunately. But yeah, it's supposed to be getting warmer here. A lot of other areas that are already starting to deal with the... apparently there's a heat dome moving in. Okay, so for scenario editor, I'm gonna have to rename these highways at a point. A lot of interesting things you can do. So we still got the terrain editor and all that, but we took care of that previous step. Same with the trees and all that good stuff. Just a bit redundant. Place disasters is a really fun one. There's a lot of disasters that we can mess around with. Sinkhole. This is a lowlands area, so I will have to place some sinkhole events. Thunderstorm. I have to place thunderstorms. I'm a thunderstorm fan. Forest fire. Let's not start a fire here. So yeah, you can place these. These are just placeholders for them. You actually have to have them triggered via the scenario planner. And for scenario planner, I'm gonna do unlimited oil and ore. Because that one tends to be a tad annoying. They run out really fast. You'd be surprised by how fast the resources run out as soon as you place industries on them. Disasters. I guess we start by placing disaster placeholders. First of all, over in a fielded area, like yeah. This one spawn here. But let me select the intensity. Maybe that's configured in Scenario Planner too. That fine print I do not remember. Let's place a few of them so that we have a bit of excitement. Some variations to what happens. And then we'll have... I always like to just do this. Be uninterested. That'll be... I'll name that tornado the uninterested tornado. He'll just form over the edge there and it'll leave immediately. Oh, there's going to be a tornado. Actually, I don't think the tornado warning system, when you establish it, actually goes off if it's not going to be within the grid here. Or maybe it... you know what? Maybe it still does. The risk chart just says it's not happening here. Something like that. Thunderstorm, we're going to place one right over city center. This one. And we're also going to place them over the water because it's really cool to watch lightning over in the water. Forest fire. I don't think we'll be doing this time around. So we got another area with good density of trees here. Oh, we could have one spawn here. Here, let's have a thunderstorm placeholder here, and forest fire placeholder. We'll say that lightning strike started. It's a mixed bag in terms of human-induced and nature-induced. They take their turns. Now, sinkhole. Some lowlands areas for this kind of stuff. We'll have a possible sinkhole there. This area is actually upland, so I won't have it happen here. There. One way over here. Here, you know what? We'll put a whole bunch of sinkhole placeholders here. We'll call this the unstable cliffs. Fire. This I can very much place anywhere. Fires happen wherever they want. All it takes is a little bit of neglect. Meteor strike. Oh. I say that we have meteor strike here. That can probably trigger a tsunami. But, in case it doesn't, I will also make tsunami a possible scenario. And I think we have all of our placeholders here. Okay, so trigger 1. One after another. Okay, so first of all, own X amount of map tiles. We're going to have this trigger after 2. And then we're going to have a 6-week delay. There's a lot of conditions. we won't worry about that one. It'll just be on a certain amount of map tiles, and then we'll have 6-week delay after that. Disaster. Should I trigger? I don't want to trigger the meteor one until later. We'll trigger the tornado one. Oh, you know what? No, we'll just settle for one fire. This is just a one-time trigger. Fire. So this one we will go and repeat 99 times. We're going to have a cooldown of 30 weeks. And we'll say population over 5,000. Then we will wait 10 weeks before we start that. Oh, did they increase this number? Wait. 9,999, okay. That's a classic limit. And attached to Stormy, we're gonna have also Stormy. And we're gonna have this one. Trigger activated. Trigger. And repeat. And repeat as much as it wants. This one's cooldown. Doesn't really matter what the cooldown is because the previous trigger's cooldown is 20 weeks. Select that thunderstorm. Oh yeah, you can name the triggers. Which is pretty cool because you can name the tornadoes. So after Stormy trigger is activated, Well, we'll just do in any order. Set this one 3 weeks. This one will kick in after the player owns 3 map tiles. Also, trigger, also Stormy. This one 15 weeks. This one can repeat. I'll just set it to 100. And cooldown 30 weeks. Trigger that. Thunderstorm Tornado. I wish you could set a little delay there. But that's fine. Another thing I could do is I could just set a tornado trigger to happen right after. Trigger activated, Spirit Thunderstorm, and then play X game weeks 01. Disaster. I'm gonna mess up. Let's see. Looking for population, actually. I just missed it. Cooldown, and then disaster, and then storm. Weeks. And this one will start after 1 year, so we'll just set to 52 weeks. Now, tsunami one. It can repeat, but I'm only going to have it repeat twice. And we're going to set the cooldown to... Oh, okay. Set to 60 weeks. So we'll have city value bigger than 2 million. Population over 100,000. Don't worry about those. This. Okay, so tsunami. Black Mage gone wrong. We'll have that one. We'll have that one happen. And then we'll have 100 weeks after tsunami. Master's not including any triggers. Not for long. I'll change that. Set this to 6.0. We'll call this tsunami event Bad Surf. I was tempted to call it Ocean Wave. I call this one Ocean Bolt. And I'll call this one Blue Bolt. These two I can trigger whenever. Firestarter. Oh boy, yet another Black Mage reference. We'll just go after 9 weeks. We'll say can repeat. We'll say 5 times, and we'll just it happen every 20 weeks. Something like that. 25. Now, if I'm going to be triggering fire at the same time as a thunderstorm, it's actually going to look like... It's not going to look like lightning started it, but light. City Storm, we'll do 90 weeks in. Yeah, we'll keep that trigger fairly simple. John Thunderstorm. There we go. Okay, so we'll have John Thunderstorm show up after about 90 weeks there. Left the stove on. Okay, don't leave the stove on. This one... bug spray is flammable. Does this tornado have a trigger yet? No, it doesn't. Neither of those do. Conditions met at the same time. We'll do six map tiles. Population over thousand, something like that. And 10,000 people transported using here. Honestly, I shouldn't make the conditions that strict because how far out the tornado is going to be. But you know what? Can repeat up to 80 times. We're going to have this happen every 2 weeks. Select map. Green Emperor will just happen after 80. Okay, so those two are now included. This thunderstorm is not included. This one we're going to make quite severe. Good bench wrath. Here we go. Now we just need to trigger it. Hey, wait a minute. Is there something that like points to antennas or tall buildings here? Electric car factory. Wait. What was that? Floating gardens? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I don't think they literally mean like floating in the air. Just took me a moment there. Nuclear power plant. Airport. Oh, you just have to build one airport. And then give it 2 weeks. And then Old Man's Wrath. Cooldown, we're gonna go 80. Man, a lot of these are gonna overlap with each other. It might be a little chaotic to play on this map. But because the disaster points are so spread apart, it shouldn't be too much of a worry. So we got other ones that probably don't have triggers yet. Yeah, we got these two. Twins. So yeah, I'm gonna have those both trigger at the same time. Alright, so where's fire department? Start 20. Fire department buildings. Yeah, we'll just have it like that. We'll have it trigger 6 times. We'll give it a cooldown of 18 weeks. We'll do like some weird number like that. These ones will have an intensity 3. We'll just give the fires the name of someone who will be blamed. Don't start fires. Under 1. This is going to be under 4. We'll set that. Have Thunder 2. We won't have this one repeat as much, so we'll eventually run out. And we'll give it a cooldown of 15 weeks. Hopefully I don't have too many overlapping. If I have any that trigger at the same time, like 2 thunderstorms that trigger at the same time, only one will happen. Because there is a global cooldown timer on disasters. Not a very long global cooldown timer, but it is enough to prevent problems with double storms. Or honestly, I wish there was no cooldown for tornadoes. I mean, you get twin tornadoes every once in a while. It's uncommon, but you can get twin tornadoes. Triplet tornadoes, on the other hand, are pretty rare. Thunder 3. 36. Ocean Rage. After Stormy the Cat. And about 7 weeks. And repeat. 30 times. Pull down 15. Now, sinkholes. I've got a lot of them, and basically I want them to trigger one after the other. Well, up here at least. This one, I'm going to wait till the player owns 6 map tiles. Has 500,000. Population 100,000. And has played for half a year. Okay, we're going to do sinkhole. Then we're going to do Sinky. 1 week. Okay, then we're gonna do trigger down here. We're gonna go sinky sinky. One week. And then we're gonna do trigger activated. We're gonna do sinky sinky sink. 1 week. And then we're gonna set this one off. Sunk sinky sink. 1 week. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sink. We're gonna have this one shrink out. We're gonna have this one trigger after sync already. Are we on the 6th one? This one? 3, 4, 6. Yep. It's also gonna be 1 week. Wink and sink. We're just gonna keep word playing. No. Sink. Week. Sink. These are such lame trigger names, but the player won't be seeing the trigger names. After sink. After stalled sink. Oh yeah, that's right, the uninterested tornado. So we got born tornado. We're gonna do. We're gonna start after. 62 weeks. This one way in the corner. We're gonna give him a name. And he's not even gonna be that bad. Can I make a second uninterested tornado somewhere? Better question, does every disaster have a trigger now? Tree thief. Call this one the tree thief. Cow thief. Ooh, this fella does not have a trigger. This one I might want to actually make scary. So we'll do scary tornado. Let's do it by population. Keep losing track of where population is. Population over. Okay, we'll do another population over 100,000. This one's going to have a little less of a delay and can repeat twice. Cooldown will be 70. We'll call this tornado John the Tornado. The Tornado. Okay. Meteor spell. Okay, so all these have triggers now. These should both have triggers. Bad Bolt's mess, and Bad Bolt. We'll have it so that they blame each other. Again, this is going to be outside of the playable area, some of these disasters. And some of them are going to start outside and move into the playable area. These two. And this one will be in the playable area. We got 3 disasters placed in the starting area, but we got a tsunami placed just north of the starting area, so it'll probably involve the starting area. Intensity of 6.0. I wonder if the cliffside will offer natural protection. Also, I am pretty sure that meteors hitting the water in that also trigger tsunamis. You know what disaster I have not placed yet? Earthquake. Let's place one. Playable area is actually there's no features to properly suggest that it's subject to earthquake, so I guess that'll just be an outside trigger. Just happened here. Quake 8. What intensity will it be? 8. Okay, so ocean. Bad surf. Ooh. After trigger. Tsunami. Wait 12 weeks. Look at that. Wake quake. Now, I want to add a win condition and a lose condition. So we'll have winner and boo. And not the ghost kind. All conditions met at the same time. First of all, city value. City value has to hit 1 million. No, not city value. Funds. I want funds to hit that. Population. I want population to hit 200,000. I don't remember how easy it is to achieve that. Average citizen happiness must be over 80. Average citizen health must be nah, we don't need to test for that. they're 80%. If they're sick, they're probably not happy. So. Crime rate must be under 5. One moment. Getting the call. Alright, that was a phone call. Well, anyways. Okay, so crime rate under 5%. Unemployment rate under 5%. I wonder if our province's unemployment rate has finally at least gotten somewhat closer to 5%. Probably not. Yeah, we'll do this one. I wish I could duplicate events. Win. Citizen happiness under 25%. Can you set a negative amount? Oh, yes, you can. Population. We don't have to worry about population here. Unemployment rate is over 25%. Crime rate over 50%. Blues. And then, how about some milestones? First of all, we're going to do population. We're going to do... Let's start with 10,000. We'll reward them. $10,000. Milestone 2. Population. We're gonna have... We are going to have population. So population over 50,000. And average citizen happiness is over 60%. Same time. going to do unemployment rate is under 10 for the next one. Population over 100,000. Average citizen happiness over 60 or 70. And then we're going to do unemployment under 10 at the same time. So we'll just start with just 10,000, 50,000, $100,000. Nope, no get out of this one. Oh, whoop. Hold on. Right. just give them a bit of give them some glory here. A little bit of milestones to keep people going. The a win goal, a lose goal. And yeah, that's a scenario. So you plan out a scenario, sure. Yeah, you start with 100,000, build your city. As long as you don't go broke, you're good. Update map. Oh, in case the map has been edited since then. Well, it hasn't been. Triple C. Hold on, okay, it's not ready yet then. There's a disaster. There's still some disasters without triggers. Spell. Storms. These all have triggers. Triggers. This one's trigger. Trigger. Good. This disaster does not have a trigger. Oh. Okay, well, this one's gonna be called Flare. And it's gonna trigger after 3 map tiles. Hold on, is there... Average citizen... percentage of population highly educated. There we go. If you have high ints, then you'll learn how to cast Flare. What could possibly go wrong? We'll say 50%. Flare spell gun. This one will just be bad firework placement. Okay, we'll have this one. Firework. Upright. Okay. So 100 and population. No, not 10. 10,000. Bad firework placement. There we go. Okay, so those two didn't have triggers. That's fixed now. Oh, I was supposed to make John the Tornado scary. Player, bad firework placement will not be a bad one. Bug spray is flammable. Yep. Yes, it is. Oh. We got another one over here. We got twins here. Just a fire. It's a fire. Just a fire. Just a fire. So we got twins. We have a trigger set for everything now? Let's... Alright, so... Oh, I thought it said there was a population when I hadn't even started that. That would have been weird. So that's a scenario builder. Now, we have a little bit of time here, so I'm going to see if I can just show you it. once I know where. Oh, choose scenario. Oh yeah, I've got this one that I've already created too. So yeah, this one actually is winning and losing conditions. This one does not. but there is a lot of disaster placements. Have more than 1 million money. Monies. Oh, that was weird. The notifications bugged out a little over there. Happy with the look of building, try the asset editor. Modify. When we come back to City Skylines, we should take a look at the asset editor. I want to see if I can like change the billboards, like the ones that has like picture of a burger on it, and change it to like picture of a chicken or something. I don't know. Or even better, just put a custom picture in there. Hello there. You still get to the tutorial when you're just started here. It might take a while for the disasters to initiate, though. So yeah, that might be a problem on its own. Good night. No, I cannot, apparently. So this is gonna look weird now. First of all, we need a way to actually get them off the ramp, so this is not practical. So we're gonna need some residential. Start. But even before getting started on that, we're also going to need... Let's see, how much... 8. 8. 8, 7, 8. Oh, it's not going to produce much no matter what I do, it seems. Inland water treatment plant. That's going to need power. All these are going to need power. So how do we work around this? I do like underground power lines. So this setup is actually a little expensive. It already uses almost half the funds that it start with. I want room for future roads, so just this is something that city planners never seem to do. Why is that space randomly not available? So basically, this side can be the city, and we'll have this side be the industrial, which is still technically part of the city. So we'll have this area. We'll have some industrial here. A bit more commercial over here. I think we got too much commercial, really. And we're definitely going to need more housing. Okay, let's get some piping in. Expensive. Okay, so electricity availability. Gotta make sure they can start from somewhere, so let's just extend the power line. Sorry. Power line's getting powered up. Water's powered up. Sewage treatment is still empty. Well, it'll probably start operating when Why is this not operating? They started developing on the wrong side, so we're not getting electricity. Hey, build over here. If you build over here, you'll have electricity. Hey. 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 Why are you building over there? Hey, building down. Yep, start doing it. Come on, you just gotta build across this road now. There you go, you guys have power. Industrial area, again, starting away from the power lines. Oh, there we go, now it's working. Just took a while to start operating, apparently. Hey, look, it's a boat. Cruise ship. Transporting passengers to Las Cruz. Well, there's nothing to see here yet. And we have now hit 9, so we've only just started, yes, but we'll continue testing this some other time. Well, anyhow, it was a pretty chill stream, wasn't it? I hope you guys had a good time here, whether it was just white noise or just seeing another different type of game here. That's going to be it for me tonight. Tomorrow, or my next stream will be tomorrow at 6. City Skylines might crash instead of closing here. Okay, no, it properly closed now. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me tonight. Tomorrow's stream, 6 p.m. We're gonna be doing Sonic the Hedgehog. Coincidentally, Sonic just celebrated his 30th birthday today. So I know some of you may have checked out the orchestration. I sure did. It was pretty awesome. So I guess coincidentally, it's gonna be quite fitting for me to play Sonic the Hedgehog, the original 1991 one. and that'll be tomorrow at 6. I'm planning on playing the whole thing through. It doesn't take me more than 4 hours. But yeah, we got that coming up, and that's the rest of the plans for this week. And next week, we'll be back to Dragon Quest XI on Tuesday at 6 p.m. as well. Anyhow, all I can do at this point, at the end of the stream here, is to wish you guys a good night. Take care. Stay healthy out there. And yeah, all that good stuff. Until next time, see you later.